Whoa, my contacts are drying up. I can't be a statue that long. Hey everyone, coming at you from my mom's kitchen. I'm Ivan Lucina. Just kidding, I'm going to use my real voice from now on. It's April 26th, 2022. Yeah, fuck me. Wish it was still 2002 or something better like that. Anyway, I went to McKay's Bookstore today in Old Hickory Boulevard near Bellevue, Tennessee, where I had one of my first jobs at the Bellevue 8 Carmike Theater. That's now a Baptist church. Fuck them. Anyway, I got a lot of good stuff at McKay's because I hadn't been there in a while, and I was going to go through it with you guys, and it'll be pretty fun. Some real gems. You know, I think I'm going to start off with the books just because it's more simple. Here's a book I read as a little kid. Alexander Who Used to Be Rich Last Sunday. It's a sequel to Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. I remember I used to check this out from the library. He's a few years older than he was in the first book, like visibly. The artist did that. I thought that was cool. And yeah, the other book is really famous. It got a movie adaptation, an HBO animated adaptation with Danny Tamborelli. And this one never really got me the recognition it deserves, so I'm glad I finally got a copy of it and can read it again. And here's another one in that series that I've never seen before or read. Alexander, who's not, do you hear me? I mean it, going to move. So I think it's family movies. Yeah, that one's going to be interesting because I've never actually read that one. And here's a book we used to have at my actual home growing up. I don't know what happened to it. It's not there anymore. But it's My Teacher Sleeps in School. And it's these kids who think they're all elephants. And they think their teacher sleeps in school. And they all talk about it. And then they get her a care package. Ooh, I'm going to bring a pillow for her. Some kids, I saved a few chips, I remember. And the chips always look good. There's the chips. And they give it to her, and she's like, "Oh, you guys are so sweet, but I don't actually live in school." And she shows them her house at the end, and that was cool. Oh, and a lot of kids in my age bracket will appreciate this, and younger, because apparently younger kids are getting into the show. The Daria Database, an MTV book they released for the show Daria. Yeah, it's pretty freaking cool. I was a big fan of Daria from as soon as my parents got cable, age 7 and on. That was the late 90s. And we always watched it. Our sister and our brother Zeph really loved it. It's kind of like a computer is what it's formatted after. It's a computer website sort of thing. And there's some comic books stuff. But, it's got the old school computer tabs. Yeah, I'm just looking at this for the first time. So I don't really know what it is. I'm going through it. I'm doing it in real time. I'm figuring out what it is with you guys. Bones. Carter Country, there's a map. Yeah, it's really cool. Any Daria fan, should want this. It's vintage now. It wasn't vintage when I first started watching the show. Oh, here's something really cool. I just watched this the other day. I got the 10th anniversary Blu-ray, actually, from Dollar General? Yeah, in Franklin. The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory video game for Game Boy Advance. My sister took Ian and I to see that on our birthday one year with our nephew. Good movie. Ooh, and this is cool. Well, there goes everything. Anyway, the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves official movie book. So it's all the behind-the-scenes info. Morgan Creek. Shout out to you, Morgan Creek. They follow me on Twitter. They released for Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. It was a hugely successful movie. Made tons of money at the box office. Was a huge classic. We grew up watching it on video. Kevin Costner was a total badass. He didn't have a British accent. Everybody laughed about that. A lot of the reviewers, it was PG-13 and marketed toward families. There was tons of toys, action figures, play sets. We have a lot of them. I still have some of them. And I was getting back to the reviewers were really criticized the level of violence in the movie, and it was just kind of dark and weird in certain moments, especially that witch. When she gets stabbed with that huge spear and walks away, and she had this creepy look on her face. This movie's tone is all over the place, but it's a great, it's total classic. Kevin Costner and Kevin Reynolds, the director, did a lot of other stuff together. They're still doing Hatfield and McCoy's together. There's Morgan Freeman. For some reason, he has these little freckles on his face, and for some reason, it looks like they put more on him and made them more symmetrical in the movie. It's funny. I have his action figure, and they actually has all the freckles on his face there too. There's the late, great Alan Rickman, we love you. Christian Slater, one of the most badass dudes of all time. And Mary Stuart Master Antonio, is Maid Marian from The Abyss and all those other great things. We all love her too. Yes, that's going to be fun to look through. I'll show you a little preview. I'm trying to go through all this fast. I got places to be today. Been working for the last 3 days in downtown Nashville. Blah. But I got to meet some celebrities on the shoot, so that was really fun. Carson Daly was there. Fucking Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani, Sheryl Crow. I didn't talk to Sheryl Crow or Gwen Stefani because I was too afraid. Well, I wasn't afraid, but I didn't get a chance to. What was I going to tell you? Sheryl Crow, I used to fantasize about you growing up and watch your Soak Up the Sun video on my iPod all the time. No, I couldn't tell her that. So yeah, there's some cool behind-the-scenes stuff. Now let's get to all the movies that fell out of the bag. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, and here's something cool. I'll start off with this. This is a Stuart Little movie adaptation. Now, I got it for 25 cents, and the reason I'm happy I found this is because I used to have this in 3rd grade. I got it because I saw the movie in theater with my mom and my brothers and these 2 other twin girls that we're family friends with, Suzanne and Carolina, my mom's friend Peggy. So anyway, in 3rd grade at the book fair, I got this book because I love the movie so much, and I needed a book to read, and I read it in just a couple days, and it was really quick. Ooh, look, somebody named Amanda Johnson used to own it. I've known a few Amanda Johnsons. So yeah, I was glad to find a copy of that because mine disappeared after a while, and I had so much fun reading this as a kid and revisiting the movie that, this semester after I saw it because we saw it around Christmas. So I'm really happy to get that. And I'll start off with the movies. Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story, a movie I've never seen, 25 cents. It was like a movie they released, I guess my freshman year of high school. And, it's like a movie. It wasn't like an 88-minute movie. It's not like an episode or anything. It was a straight-to-video movie they released, based on the show. Friends with Benefits, a movie Ian and I saw in theaters at the Hickory 8 on Old Hickory Boulevard. That it used to be a second-run theater. They'd get the movies before they went to DVD, or if they'd been in for a really long time, or if they bombed, they'd get them earlier. And we saw this one. Yeah, it was like October. I think the movie came out in May or June. And it was fun seeing that in the theater. It was a lot of fun. And I had the DVD that came with the CD and stuff, but this has exclusive bonus features with the Blu-ray, on set with FWB featurette. In the Flash, choreography of a mob featurette, benefits pop-up trivia track. So yeah, been meaning to get it for a while. It was $2, so I finally got it. And Role Models, another movie I saw in the theater my senior year of high school. I was, Ian and I went to see it. It was really fun. And this has got some exclusives too. It's got additional deleted scenes and alternate takes. I've got this on DVD as well, but I had to get it because it's got the picture-in-picture behind the scenes and the exclusive deleted scenes and alternate takes. It was a really funny movie. The guy's follow-up movie, or one of the movies he did after it, was Wanderlust, which is okay. It wasn't as good as this. And he did, of course, Wet Hot American Summer, the director, which is really cool. And this is Will Gluck. He did Fired Up, one of our favorite fucking movies of all time. We saw that our senior year of high school. And just rewatched it the other day and had a jolly old time with Ian at our dad's place, the farm. And it was so much fun. And this movie, I didn't like it quite as much as Fired Up, obviously, but it was good. And I'm really excited to check that one out. Sisters, there's the receipt. A movie Ian and I saw in the theater in 2015 during our Christmas holiday while we were going to grad school. We both have a huge crush on Tina Fey. It was weird seeing her play such a role because she's never played a role like this before, but it's got tons of bonus features, so that's going to be fun. Lots of Blu-ray exclusives. 95 cents, you can't argue with that. And this, The Jeff Foxworthy Show. The complete first season. God damn it, I thought it was the whole series. Anyway, to the first season, that's cool. I don't even know if they ever released the second season on DVD because this is the only one I've ever seen. And I thought it lasted at least 2 seasons. I could be wrong. Maybe it was just 1 season. But yeah, glad to finally have this on DVD. 25 cents. I was looking for some stuff when I was getting ready to leave. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I got to get this because I actually, used to watch that. Haley Joel Osment, when this DVD came out, he was still big. It was like the early 2000s. But the show's from the 90s. 95 and 96. Yeah, I remember when the DVD came out, though. I still remember the ads for it and how they put Haley Joel Osment on the cover because his career was still really strong at that point. He's going great now, but, he took a break there for a minute. South Park Season 3. I've got Season 2. I did not have Season 3, so I did get that for 25 cents. This is the season that would have aired when I was in 3rd grade, I believe, because it's 99 to 2000. I watched that show a lot that year in 3rd grade, so that's cool. It'll be a lot of episodes I remember. It's got commentary. That's good. I don't know if this has any bonus features, but we'll see. And this is a movie, Pop Star, starring Aaron Carter. I think it's like a direct-to-video, or at least it was supposed to go to theater, and maybe it didn't get a wide release, or they put it on video. Because it says New Line Cinema. It doesn't say New Line Home Entertainment before the movie. So it might have been made to go to theaters. Well, and but it stars Aaron Carter as a pop star. You know, of course, he was a pop star, and Helena Austin. You remember her from the Steve Martin movie, A Simple Twist of Fate, and Motocross. Fantastic movie. It looks like her dad might have produced it because it's produced by Steve Austin. Yeah, Elena Austin. She had a little sister who acted too. I remember. We always loved her in Motocross and all the other stuff we saw her in, and that's going to be fun to watch that because I've never seen it, and it doesn't say the year it was made, but I'm guessing it's the early 2000s. There's no year on this, and it's weird because Warner Brothers always, and New Line always puts the year on the back of this, but they didn't for this one. I don't know. I'm guessing it's the early to mid 2000s, so I'm excited for that. Yeah. And this I already have on Blu-ray, but this is the DVD, the Breaking Dawn Part 1. But I got this because it comes with the fabric poster, and I wanted another one, and it was 95 cents because, the one I have is sitting in a box, and I haven't gotten to hang it up again yet because I haven't found a good spot for it. But yeah, now I have another one, and that's pretty freaking cool. I'll show you what the fabric poster looks like. It's the wedding. It's from the wedding scene. That's an actual still from the movie, and that's really cool. It's a really cool poster. We've got a fabric poster for the second movie too, and one of these already. But it's always good to have two, and now I can not worry if the other one gets too banged up because I got an extra one for 95 cents. And this is the package. I think this was a Walmart exclusive. Target and Walmart did their own exclusives. One came with a little piece of flower from the wedding scene that was actually screen used, and this one is from Walmart. Yeah, and it's supposed to look like her wedding dress. The back of it right there. And yeah, so I got that really cool fabric poster, and it has a copy of the 2-disc DVD, I believe, in there, as well. So that's really cool. And last of the movies, it's Conan O'Brien, The Best of Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. Oh yeah, and I'm in love with Kristen Stewart, so yeah, it's just another thing. I'm trying to squeeze in as much trivia as I can for you all. And yeah, that's going to be fun. Anyway, yeah, Triumph is a really funny character created by Robert Schmeigel. He's an actor and a writer. He's fucking hilarious. He does a lot of stuff with Adam Sandler, with Judd Apatow. He acted in This Is 40, and then behind the scenes he had Triumph come. It's on the Blu-ray of This Is 40, Talk to People. And he used to be at a lot of award shows as Triumph the Comic Dog, and the cigar would always fall out of his mouth. And he's this little rubber dog, and he's a celebrity in his own right. He exists beyond Robert Schmeigel. Triumph the Insult Comic Dog is just his own entity. He's like a real person, basically. He's hilarious. If you can find any of his stuff on YouTube, do it. He did an NPR interview as himself one time, and he was talking. It was funny that he talked shit about Snoop Dogg for pretending to be a dog when he's a real dog, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the one who can actually lick his nuts, so he has no right calling himself a dog." But yeah, Triumph is hilarious. He's one of my favorite characters, so I'm really excited for that. And second to last, I already have one of these, but they're so fucking rare. $7, I had to buy it. It's a Toxic Avenger action figure. He's missing his glow-in-the-dark eyeball and some of the accessories, and the little tails from his headband have broken off, but still very fucking rare. Probably worth way more than $7, so I'm glad I got that. Couldn't pass that up. Toxic Avenger started off as these R-rated exploitation movies that were really over the top, really violent, really crude humor. Kids getting their heads run over by fucking tires, dogs getting shot. That's the only part I didn't like. At one point, Patrick Kilpatrick had to point a gun at a baby, so he quit the movie after that or something. 2 and 3 are really good. There's 3 of them. There's a 4 that was made in 2000. They're really politically incorrect. They started in the 80s, and the 4th one I think was made in 2000, but the first 3 were the 80s. And the funny thing is, it's like this R-rated, ultra-low-budget, crazy franchise they did, but for some reason they turned it into a children's television show, I think in the early 90s, late 80s. And it was just funny seeing the show transition into that, from being this, what some would call disturbing, over-the-top, very crudely comedic series by Troma, turning into a children's show. That's really rare. So it's really, and this is from the cartoon TV show that was made for children, from the R-rated crazy-ass movies. But yeah, and they had the whole toy line. There was all the villains. I've got a swamp monster one somewhere. And this is, yeah, they're really cool. I'm glad I have another one of these because they're super rare, like I said. And the pièce de résistance, something Ian and I were bummed about because we didn't know if they'd ever release any more of these or if we'd ever find one for a good price. Because he's our favorite Batman, but I got Ben Affleck's Batmobile from Batman v Superman. It's missing some of the bullets. I don't know, there might be a piece there that's missing, but everything else is still intact. It's still badass. And I was so bummed that I didn't get a full-size one of these, and I saw it there for $5 fucking bucks, and I'm just like, bingo, ding dong. Yeah, so that was a definite buy, of course. And I went ahead and put one of our Ben Affleck Batman figures in it, the one that has his face showing, and he fits perfectly. Like I said, Batfleck is our favorite Batman. We're so glad the Snyder Cut came out and was a huge success, and he's going to be back in the Flash movie because he really didn't get the appreciation he deserved. Everybody just compared them to the Christopher Nolan movies like they're the be-all, end-all or some shit. You know, those movies were great. Heath Ledger. The best thing about The Dark Knight was Heath Ledger. You know, if he wasn't in the movie, people wouldn't have cared as much. Christian Bale stopped trying after the first movie, but the movies were great, you know, in other ways. But you know, I wouldn't consider them the best superhero movies ever made, like everybody's trying to say. You know, there's Batman movies. You know, they didn't focus on Batman enough, especially the last two. But I love them. But anyway, I really love the Ben Affleck and the Zack Snyder Batman universe, and I'm so glad I finally got one of his Batmobiles. It's got the wheels. There's the bottom. Yeah, and I got my Ben Affleck figure in there. It closes down. Very fucking cool. Very awesome. I'm so proud of that. I'll go ahead and take the sticker off. Don't fuck it up. All right, cool. No sticker residue. Thank you all for watching with me. I hope you enjoy the video. Like and subscribe to Wuchina Twin Adventures, the one I'm posting this on, and Wuchina Twins Films, our main page where we put all our more sophisticated content. Please like and subscribe and follow them, and check out any videos if you get some free time. And thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And yeah, it's been a good week so far. I worked my ass off the last few days, so I'm just kind of relaxing right now. Yeah, woohoo! Zack Snyder, thank you, and thank you all. All right. Happy Tuesday. Happy April. I love you all.